Welcome in everyone, thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I will be reacting to what's now the fourth Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer. This one's over 3 minutes, so I'm expecting that they're going to show us a lot about these games. So many things have yet to be teased, and I'm ready to dive into it. I think we're going to find out a lot of stuff here, and it's going to be really thrilling. If you're as excited as I am to dive into this Pokemon content, be sure to share your support with the channel by leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for the support. Buckle up. Is that a new Pokemon in the corner? Okay. The treasure hunt is on. Let's go. Make your own adventure. There it is! And there's sword Pokemon. That's so cool. Look at the map UI. And you can set a destination. Yeah, there's the new crab. All right. Starfall Street. Rebellious students. Oh, I like where this is going. Team Star. So it's going to be a bunch of delinquents and misfits here. They're going to be ganging up on us, causing all kinds of trouble, no doubt, not just for us, but everybody in the region. Wow, look at that. A multi-battle of some kind. And here it is. Mela. Alright, so she's a part of the fire crew. Look at the Torkoal. And she's just going to do battle right there. Let's go into it. Oh, that's so good. What's that bright shining light there? Path of Legends. Search for the legendary Herba Mystica with Arvin, the upperclassman. And here's the new Pokemon. Takes super effective from grass. And there's a really big one. No way. Klawf. The Stony Cliff Titan. It's a Titan Pokemon. Is that like a totem? Or like a noble even? That looks like the size of nobles. Oh yeah. That's hitting the vibe, man. Let's go. Gita, chairwoman of the Pokemon League. That's fantastic. Oh, I love her design. She looks so good. So here we go. The gym test and artisan. We're rounding up Sunflora here. Okay, that's really neat. And this is the town with the windmill and all the flowers to the right of the main city. Smoliv here. Sudowoodo is a rock type. So Brassias Trilawudo, and he's going to terrestrialize it, so that means that these Pokemon don't have to start off as the same type as the gym's theme. They can do anything. The potential in this is unlimited now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Information overload there. Gyarados following you. Look at little Grafaiai there. So cute. Your whole team on the map. Oh my goodness. Yeah, who are these guys? That is incredible. It's like Mega Man. So cool. Oh my goodness. Just call it off now. Call it off now. This is too much. Ooh, that was really something else. Oh my goodness. Let's go back and process all of this information. Much of it is tucked away on the official Pokemon website for Scarlet and Violet and is not explicitly shown in these trailers, so I will try to interweave that information alongside of slow down footage from the trailer. The school that the protagonist is enrolled in has a special independent study program called the Treasure Hunt, where you go out, explore the land, and find treasures of your own. The three key story elements that have been teased to us before are Victory Road, which is your traditional Pokemon experience, right? Defeat the 8 gyms, collect the badges, go on to become the champion. The Path for Legends, where we join Arvin in his quest for rare ingredients, and the Starfall Street, which brings us into encounters with the evil team for the 9th generation, which is going to be Team Star, a group of delinquent students from our own academy who are causing trouble. The trailer provides abundant reference to this being an open world individualized experience. They start us off by showing us the encounters with Team Star. There are several squads to Team Star, comprised of a group of rebellious students. Each squad has its own boss and specific type that they specialize in, and they are scattered across the entire region of Paldea in specified bases. It's going to be our duty to keep these class-cutting students in line, put their butts back in the seats, and teach them a thing or two, am I right? The website states that we will face an onslaught from the Team Star grunts, and we have to defeat a certain number of their Pokemon within a time limit in order to challenge the squad's boss. We will have to engage in auto battles in order to defeat enough of the grunts' Pokemon to challenge those bosses. So this is the action that we see. It's kind of like a large multi-battle scaled effort here. And some of those Pokemon's actions will be done autonomously. I think that's quite good because it will present entirely new experience to the franchise. It's going to vary the format of play throughout the game, so it's not going to feel as stagnant. It's also going to feel a lot less grindy, since a lot of these actions and the animation times and scrolling through text and clicking buttons on the same attack over and over again will not have to be carried out with the same level of redundancy as in the past. And the additional implications of this as well will be outside of Team Star, where you can train up a team of Pokemon without having to manually go through every single action that is being carried out, as well as just providing a really unique spectacle that is rarely seen in the traditional Pokemon experience. The grunts are going to vary based on which version of the game that you get, so their school uniforms are going to reflect that of your own. So I guess they're not rebellious enough to ditch their school spirit anyway. So once we get through the wave of grunts, then we're going to face off against the boss and their Starmobile. Interesting to note here is that this structure at the front of the Starmobile could actually be a Pokemon, because in the content on the website they actually show a tongue sticking out of that. It's not quite clear if just the engine of that is a new Pokemon, or if it's not a Pokemon at all, or if the entire Starmobile is a Pokemon. I would really doubt that, because it looks more like a stage for battle where this takes place. Here we see Mela. She's the boss of the Fire Squad. She's going to be battling with her Torkoal. Really looks like she's ready to give you the business. I love the character design on her, and it's going to be really fascinating to see what kind of personality traits and aims and objectives this team has, what the other bosses will look like. As an addendum to the auto battles, there's a feature that takes place outside of Starfall Street, which is called Let's Go, whereby you can call out your following partner Pokemon and send them off on one of their own adventures, in which case, when they encounter other wild Pokemon, they'll engage in battle, and they can gain experience points as well as bring you back rare items potentially. So you can be off doing your own thing and essentially multitasking. I really love this feature. I think it's an enormous step for quality of life, which allows for a customized playing experience. You can in fact follow your Pokemon that's roaming in Let's Go mode, just to keep an eye on them to make sure, they're not going to get knocked out. What's interesting to note is if your partner Pokemon encounters a shiny in auto battles, can you step in and prevent it from, making that Pokemon faint? Can you go ahead and capture that Pokemon? Time will tell on that and just what the full extent of that feature will offer us. Next, let's get into the Path of Legends. They primarily focus on our adventures with Arvin, who is the upperclassman. He's searching for the Herba Mystica. Not much yet is known with that and how that could be potentially tied into the story, the legendaries, and these new Titan Pokemon, which bear a striking resemblance to that of Totem Pokemon, but also that of the Noble Pokemon from Pokemon Legends Arceus. The first one they introduce us to is Klawf, a Pokemon with powerful claws. It's classified as the ambush Pokemon, and we can see why that's the case, because it blends in and camouflages perfectly with the rocks and cliffs in that terrain. It is a rock type Pokemon, and it has two abilities, Anger Shell and Shell Armor. Anger Shell is a brand new ability to the Pokemon franchise. The way it operates is if the Pokemon's health falls below 1/2, it will drop its defense and special defense but boost its attack, special attack, and speed stats, which will make it something of a one-stage variant of the move Shell Smash. The Klawf's claws are considered a valuable cooking ingredient, so there's no question why Arven might be interested in this one. And I would imagine that Klawf will be the first of the Titan Pokemon that we encounter in the game. A screenshot from the website indicates a unique health bar that will occur above the Titan Pokemon. This is more or less reminiscent of the health bar from Raid Pokemon, as well as those noble Pokemon from Legends Arceus. It's unknown if co-op play will extend to this area of the story, and of course the noble Pokemon from Legends Arceus engage in direct battle with the trainer themselves, which of course is not a mechanic in Scarlet and Violet. However, when those nobles are stunned, then you can call forth your Pokemon to engage in battle, and that will be more or less reminiscent of the kind of action that we may be seeing here. And then we get to Geeta. She looks stunning, gorgeous, and very stylish. Hopefully they explore something new with her character, particularly because she is introduced as the chairwoman of the Pokemon League, and of course this draws references to Chairman Rose from Sword and Shield. So hopefully they give Geeta something to stand out on her own merit. These games are going to be a bit different because they say that there are multiple champions within the Pokemon League, but that she is stratified among them all. But it is evident by Nemona's reaction to Geeta that she is the idol of all of the Pokemon trainers in the region. Then they introduce us to Gym Tess, and this takes place in Artisan, which is the town directly to the east of the main city in the game. We're going to be collecting Sunflora in this particular task, and it looks a bit fun. I think what they can do is utilize these tests to enhance and tell the story of each particular town and city. Then we're introduced to Brassius, the grass-type gym leader. He's got a very imposing figure, especially with that whip or hose, whatever that is. It looks quite menacing. He sends out his Smoliv. Now what's interesting to note is that we can essentially set our path any which way we want to go. So if directly to the east is the grass gym, that's likely to be the easiest pathway to take if you choose Fuecoco as your starter. However, if you choose Sprigatito or Quaxley, then that's going to be a more difficult gym. So, depending upon the difficulty that you want to experience for your game, you can either choose to go and face Brassius first if you have Quaxley or Sprigatito, or you could take a different route, presumably to the west, which would have an easier gym. In the trailer, the trainer chose Quaxley as their starter and still went off to face the grass-type gym leader, although we don't know the order that this trainer has battled these in. It's just presumably that this would be the first. This is the part likely to gain the most buzz, and that's that the grass-type gym leader sends out a Sudowoodo, which is just a single rock type. However, he terrestrializes it to become a grass-type Sudowoodo. Now what's interesting to note is that in this footage, the trainer has a Quaxley, and that's likely why they're terrestrializing the Sudowoodo into the grass type. However, my question being, if you roll up on this gym and Fuecoco is your starter, will Brassius still terrestrialize the Sudowoodo into a grass type, basically allowing you to mow it down? Or will it stay as a rock type, in which case the gameplay could be extraordinarily dynamic, even more than the fact that essentially any Pokemon in this region could be had by any single one of these gym leaders. That takes us to the climax of the trailer, where the words that Nemona says are just so powerful. Go where you want and do what it is you really want to do the most. And then we're just treated to visual overload, showing different parts of the map UI, and they become expanded on to create a full scene of those environments. From the interactive map, we can see the different geology that exists. They give us a little bit of a glimpse of where we can travel, what we can expect, and also perhaps some of the limitations of the map. Looking at the different UI images here, we can see that like the really light blue will be the tundra in the northern part of the region. The regular blue will be traversing across the various bodies of water, and then the striped blue will presumably be areas that we cannot traverse, which could serve as limitations for the world's exploration. They end the trailer with a bang, showcasing the version exclusive sword and armor Pokemon When I first saw the one from Scarlet, I'm like, wow, that is Mega Man in Pokemon form. Its name is Armarouge. It's the Fire Warrior Pokemon with the type Fire Psychic, so that's a pretty rare typing. We haven't seen that since Delphox. It has the ability Flash Fire. It's going to be immune to fire type attacks, and when it's hit with one, it's going to increase the power of its own fire type attacks. The description on the website says its armor is the source of its psychic power. Armarouge's set of armor belonged to a distinguished warrior and is the source of the energy used for its psychic type moves. It uses the psychic capabilities of that armor to control its fire energy and unleash powerful attacks. It's also quite the chauvinist because it believes in a fair fight. It will take on any challenger, no matter how strong they may be. It relies on the sturdiness that the armor provides to bolster its defenses. So it specifically mentions its defense. It will be interesting to see what the stats of this Pokemon will look like. It has access to the brand new move Armor Cannon, and this is quite the spectacle. What it will do is it will move both of its pauldrons together and fire out parts of its armor as a blazing projectile at the enemy. It sounds a lot like close combat because the description states that it will lower the user's defense and special defensive stats, and states that it is one of its most powerful moves. I would anticipate seeing it to be a base 120 power move. Now let's look at Ceruledge. It looks absolutely stunning. It's the Fire Blades Pokemon with the type Fire Ghost. Just like Armarouge, it's going to have the ability Flash Fire. It says that its armor is steeped in grudges and wields with it the power of fire and ghost energy. Cuts from these giant swords will leave wounds by which life energy can escape. They go on to say that it likes close quarters fighting, and it's not above one to slip in a few little dirty tricks here and there. It likes to use surprise attacks to win a battle, so already we can envision that this Pokemon will have Swords Dance and Shadow Sneak, setting up to be a prime sweeper in this generation. It uses its quick movements to capitalize on its opponent's blind spots, and then closes the gap to slash them away with those large blades. Bitter Blade contains the lingering regrets of the fallen into Ceruledge's blades, allowing it to focus that bitterness into a slashing attack. The swords then absorb life energy from the wounds that they've made, so being that this is a physical fire attack, it's going to look a lot like Drain Punch. Armarouge and Ceruledge are likely going to be evolutions from the same Pokemon that will be obtainable in both games, and the evolved form will be exclusive, Armarouge being that to Pokemon Scarlet, and Ceruledge being to that of Pokemon Violet. Alright, I think we covered it all today in this one, folks. What a thrill to go through this trailer and see just where they're taking the Pokemon franchise. They're going into full gear for this release, which will be on Friday, November 18th, 2022. To get more of the latest news for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, be sure to check back in when more official news has been released.